It was a peaceful, beautiful, sunny morning as Gopalakrishnan, a natural farmer from Wayanad in Kerala, recalls his visits to some Adivasi villages to meet the farmers. During the conversations, when he noticed the temple offerings, he was surprised to find very low quality rice husks being used. The farmers told him that this was the result of using chemical fertilizers and pesticides during the Green Revolution period. A dire need to increase food productivity in the late 20th century in India led to the Green Revolution. Modern science and technology were envisaged as solutions, with high-yielding seed varieties, chemical fertilizers and pesticides being the hallmarks. Green Revolution worked because it had created efficient support systems like subsidies for seeds and fertilizers, procurement system and stable market, tech-enabled farming, irrigation facilities, and a top-down transfer of standardized knowledge for all farmers, all working as one system to scale up agriculture methods. This brought an upswing in agriculture productivity, and India achieved food self-sufficiency like never before. But Green Revolution methods hide a dark truth beneath the gleaming fields of monocultured rice and wheat crops. Behind that lies the agony of losing our soil, water, biodiversity, rich indigenous food variety, and the suffering of undernourishment, diseases like cancer and diabetes, and the effect on farmers' health, livelihood, and dignity. Kumar Neeraj, another lawyer-turned-natural farmer, explains how, over the years, mitigating these problems have been a primary concern for various farmers concerned with our deteriorating ecology and soil health, who have been working tirelessly and patiently to rethink farming in the context of its place in nature and move towards a more local, resilient, and adaptive agroecology-based farming. A number of alternative approaches have emerged from the local context, tradition, and experiences in different parts of India. The labels are diverse, including Andhra Pradesh Community Managed Natural Farming, Non-Pesticide Managed Agriculture, Organic Farming, Integrated Farming, Ecological Farming, Regenerative Agriculture, Conservation Agriculture, System of Crop Intensification, etc. But they are all moving towards a common base of agroecological principles rooted in the local context. Many farmers like Gopalakrishnan and Kumar Neeraj, who have turned to natural farming and have brought remarkable on-farm transitions like use of bioinputs, water conservation, livestock integration, crop diversification, etc., have experienced enhanced soil health, higher yield, increased dietary diversity, low dependence on markets, lesser input costs, and higher incomes. Women lead the battle when it comes to nutrition-sensitive agriculture. Terajamma, a farmer from Telangana, has been growing 16 to 17 varieties of vegetables at her kitchen garden and have also been training other women. A farmer in Khedi village in Madhya Pradesh, Sheila Devi's brave natural farming experiment has now inspired her family to do the same on their entire 19-acre land. While there are around 30 lakh such farmers practicing natural farming across the nation, there is a growing need to scale up the movement. If we are to mainstream natural farming in India, we need systemic support structures, as was seen in the Green Revolution. But the solutions have to be scaled from the ground up. To support farmers at the local level, decentralized systems have to be created with several components like bio-input resource centers for producing and sourcing inputs, farmers' collectives as institutional bases, farmer-to-farmer extension system for enhancing the capacities of farmers to adopt local practices suited for different agroclimatic zones, local seed systems to conserve and exchange seeds of indigenous, diverse, and nutritionally rich crop varieties, and stable procurement systems and local supply chains favoring natural and local food varieties. The National Coalition for Natural Farming is a collaborative platform for accelerating the learning, practice, and policy making related to agroecology-based farming. It brings together already existing experiences and sets out to design, plan, and conduct pilots in various agroclimatic zones for widening the practice of natural farming and generating evidence and mass awareness of its suitability for scaling up. Over the past years, many of our partner organizations across the country have been working on creating support systems for farmers. Be it the farmer field schools set up by Development Alternatives in Bundelkhand, the training programs conducted by Weltungar Hilfe under the Sachi Kheti model, or the Parvatiya Tikau Kheti Abhiyan in Himachal Pradesh, numerous efforts have been directed towards enhancing the capacities of thousands of small and marginal farmers to help them experiment and adopt natural farming practices suitable to their farming systems. In some states like Odisha, Himachal Pradesh, and Andhra Pradesh, significant support from the government has also been witnessed. Many such stories of building structural support systems empowering farmers unfold as we currently speak, and each one builds up on a natural farming movement driven by the people themselves, reclaiming their own health and the health of the environment that we live in. But the momentum of this movement ultimately depends on the success of the underlying collaboration that enables knowledge exchange, enhances relationships, and builds solidarity. Currently, the coalition is a network of more than 500 members across the country, including farmers, civil society organizations, farmer collectives, FPOs, research institutes, educational institutes, and so on. A transformative change towards sustainable agriculture and food systems is crucial at this time when the country is under crisis on multiple fronts like malnutrition, degrading immunity, natural resource depletion, climate change emergency, farmers' distress, economic stress, and so on. But the change cannot be brought about just by a handful of people trying on-farm transitions. Natural farming has indeed spun off an intensive discourse at the national level on a potential paradigm shift in agriculture science, practice, and policy. All stakeholders, like policymakers, philanthropists, and practitioners, have an indispensable role to play in this paradigm shift. To celebrate the milestone of 1 year behind us, the National Coalition for Natural Farming brings together all these key stakeholders to explore their role as stewards of the natural farming movement. And with that, we hope that this paradigm shift will bring a healthier and happier future for the world and our children, where we will live as custodians of Mother Earth and embrace new paradigms in step with nature and not against it. When a flower blooms, all petals are healthy and blossoming.